Good evening, I'm Joe
Pacquiao.
Tessitore alongside
Yeah.
Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the New Orleans State Palace Theater for our main event of the evening. Scheduled for 8 rounds of middleweight action. Boy, and we expect this to be a big night of action. We spoke with both fighters yesterday. Fireworks anticipated here tonight. Let's see.
Like you said, Pacquiao, I knew a matchup I wanted.
Fighting out of General Santos City, Manny Pacman
Well, what you think about the matchup? Jones?
All right, fellas, let's have a good, clean fight.
Say, what you think about the matchup?
Let's go.
Talking about this fight?
Yeah.
Well, they've been waiting for this moment, and now
Shit,
they
what?
get it. Round 1 underway.
He was like, I was kind of quick, I was kind of fast to get it.
Comes right back at him with a left hand. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Sugar Ray Leonard. Tough spot to be in trying to match up with Manny Pacquiao if you don't have a lot in your gas tank, because he's got plenty to give.
Yeah, but it's a funny thing here. Manny, usually when you fight him, you got to worry about him attacking you and hurting you early. Manny has to worry about his opponent now, knowing he can't stay the route and coming out quick.
Leonard's combination punching is working well here. Well, you could see what he wanted to do there, but unable to land that body shot. Move those feet! Effective with that 1-2. Comes right back at him with a left hand.
Set up.
Good step back counter punch there. There's the combo to the body. Halfway through this round. Leonard's defense is now serving him well. Nice job blocking that punch. Very nice defensive guard there. Teddy, many times that label of being a southpaw in boxing conjures up certain images. None of those images apply to Manny Pacquiao.
No, well, Pacquiao, whether he was a southpaw or orthodox, he's not standing. He's very fast. He comes at you in any kind of angle that suits him for that moment. He will adjust on the fly.
Unbelievable pace here tonight. Both guys have no plans of having this fight go far. I'm sure the frame of reference for most is Hagler Hearns.
Yeah, you wonder if it's going to live up to that. So far, so good.
Back to the body. Just 10 seconds to go in this round.
Listen, you need to move your head side to side, okay? I want to see that head move. Jab, jab, and throw. Throw to the body, then to the head, then finish to the body.
I made it to the eye of the storm, feeling torn like they fed me to the lions. Before my time start to wind down like the Mayans, I show them how I'm
beautiful, fucking beautiful. That was fucking amazing. I want another round like that. This is
I'm inspired by the challenge and I find myself standing out of outlet. The move like a wise warrior and not a coward. You can't escape the history that you was meant to make. That's why the highest victory is what I'm meant to take. You can't.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Good jab from Sugar Ray. Good job on the 2-punch combo by Sugar Ray Leonard.
Come on, kid, focus.
Not able to land the headshot. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Great work offensively, landing that combination by Sugar Ray Leonard. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao's quickly taking control of this fight early on with one single weapon of choice, and that is the jab.
Yeah, the jab and the jab at the right time. He's catching his opponent every time he starts coming in before he can get started.
Good 1-2 by Manny Pacquiao. Sugar Ray Leonard's able to avoid that punch. 90 seconds to go here in this round. Very accurate two-punch combo by Sugar Ray Leonard. Manny Pacquiao comes from a fighting family. Many times we've seen his brother Bobby in the ring.
Yes, we have. Not at the level, of course, of Manny, but that tells you the bloodlines are there in Manny Pacquiao.
Up top with the right hand. That is exactly what the corner wanted to see. A good combination punch by Sugar Ray Leonard.
Come on, kids.
Well, something's got to stick. He sends the combination to the body. Sugar Ray Leonard's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. Scored well upstairs with the right hand. Good block by Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao's so dangerous with that accuracy. A two-punch combination landing.
Oh.
Round comes to an end here. Glad you've joined us ringside. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas on another night at the fights. We're with you all year long, every step of the way, as is our crew. And the guys just don't get enough credit sitting back there in the production truck, but they make all this happen, Teddy.
Yeah, they do. Of course, Rick, Robbie, Mike, all you guys, Brian, Scott, Russ. We appreciate you doing all the difficult work while we get a chance to sit out here and enjoy the fun part. And by the way, you guys, after we just said that, you guys are picking up the tab tonight.
You don't need that. Throw that away.
Back to action here at the start of this round, which is just part of what has been a very evenly fought fight. One of those fights that's going to be very hard to score. SRL getting rid of that punch.
Why didn't they show the
There are
scorecard?
opportunities that are here for him, aren't there?
Yeah, counterpunch opportunities because he got an opponent who's walking in a little bit. Now he has a chance to start to chuck something back at him a little.
Must be tired.
Nah, they showed on round 4.
All right.
Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Scored well up top. Doing great. Accuracy an issue there. Didn't land that straight right hand. There's that southpaw jab in the left hand. Keep it going. Here's a moment here as you see the step-back counter-punch where you realize this is the sweet science, not just some raw savagery swinging out there.
Look at the little subtleties here, Joe. What he does is he forces them into a position to stop the punch. And then when he stops, steps back, makes a miss, and comes right back.
Manny Pacquiao with a big left hand. Manny Pacquiao's landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best. That is a big right hand after eating one himself. Pacquiao's work in training camp. Solid. Sugar Ray Leonard's rocked by a brilliant combination.
That's what happens when you have your chin up in the air like a landing storm.
And now he's down.
He did not.
He got blood. 2.
Nigga started laughing and knocked me down 5 seconds
So
later.
he is able to get up to
Kinda
his feet
tight.
after that knockdown. But Teddy, it's
My nigga health ain't even hurting, so I'm like, damn, like, niggas just sucked me up.
good clean
For the
shot.
last 30
returning
seconds,
fire.
40 seconds.
Well done by Sugar Ray Leonard. Good block by Sugar Ray Leonard. He just missed that shot up top. This fight is being fought at a pace that is beyond belief, Teddy.
Well, this shows you what's great about human beings. I mean, you push somebody, in this case 2 men, to the brink, to a dark place, and they find a way. They light a candle, they light a torch, they find some way.
And banging away he goes. Can he get up from this? He's done it before, but can he get up from a second time down?
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stand up!
I knew he was going to get up again because he stayed in the ring. If he wasn't going to get up, they would have made him fall out the ring on some funny shit. That's what they be doing, yo.
10 seconds remaining in this round.
I'm still standing. Yeah, I'm still here.
Keep circling. Don't stand.
Still alive, but I'm barely breathing.
Our first chance to take a look at Teddy's scorecard here as round number 4 is underway. Pacquiao's in control so far, 2 rounds to 1. Still anybody's fight. I think he's been the busier guy, though.
Yeah, he has been a busier guy, and also he's been a better real estate agent. You know, location, location, location. He's been in the right position for his style. He's been in tight.
Leonard's out to show everybody that he's fine. But we saw what happened in the last round. He was knocked down in that last round. Does he have to prove something to himself as well as proving something to everybody in this arena?
Well, that's the right question, Joe. He's got to revisit his memory banks a little bit and know that he's already proven it to himself. He's been in this position before, so he has to regain that confidence and understand that he can deal with this. He's done it before.
A good 2-punch combo by Manny Pacquiao. Nice strike after catching one by Manny Pacquiao.
Circle!
Tried the hook, didn't get it. And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. Nice 2-punch combo. What a big shot. Can he beat the count? I don't think so here, Teddy.
Now I know where they got that saying, falling like a sack of potatoes.
One more. You want to stay in middleweight or you want to go?
Hi, everybody. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. Good evening and welcome to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada for a much-anticipated main event. 8 rounds, middleweights going at it. Great atmosphere here tonight. You talk to everybody ringside, and they expect this one to be a barn. And they are underway. Round number 1 of this much-anticipated scheduled 8-round bout. Fans are really going to enjoy this one because Chavez is really going up against a guy who can crack.
And Chavez has his chin if he does get caught, but more importantly, what the fans are like is that Chavez will give him a chance because he'll be right there in front of him.
And Chavez able to get rid of that punch from his opponent. Really a lot of consistency from him with the right hand. Took a shot, now he gives a left. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Really good work right there, landing the 2 punches in sequence by Carlos Monzon. Teddy, he did a smart thing right there. Just created enough space and then landed the counter punch.
Looked like the will of the wisps, the old great Willie Peck. Made him miss, made him pay.
Well placed, straight right hand. Well targeted 2-punch combo by Carlos Monzon. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Chavez is swinging and missing like he's at bat right there. That punch was nowhere near his opponent.
It worked in the body.
Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Couldn't hit the elusive target with that straight right. Super 2-punch combo by Carlos Monzon.
Come on, kid, focus.
Carlos Monzon's doing well here with that 2-punch combination. The combo lands upstairs. Tremendous pace being set early on here between these two. Can't see this fight going the distance with this pace.
No, not unless something changes, like moving their heads a little bit.
Monzon's putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination. We come to the end of the round. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. And looking up at these corners, you can see the cutman obviously getting to work as they do after every round. What makes a great cutman?
Well, he's got to have the right medicines, the right coagulants to stop that. Usually Avitine, thrombin, adrenaline. But the most important thing, Joe, is he has to be calm. He has to be able to identify where that cut is. Maybe there's more than one cut. So you got to be calm enough to see the whole picture, the whole landscape, clean it off, put pressure on it, get that medicine in there, keep your fighter from getting excited. And then you need a fighter who's going to get on his wheels a little bit, give the medicine a chance to work.
Good double jab by Julio Cesar Chavez. Very accurate to the body with that left hook. Then he brings the right hand. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Oh, that's good stuff. Fire it right back with one of his own. Good work by Chavez. A crushing 2-punch combo by Julio Cesar Chavez. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Monzon's proving to be elusive. Combination to the head. Monzon's jab continues to carry the day. He's wanted it, he's gotten it. Oh, that's a big hook right there. Chavez is coming through now beautifully. That's the combination punching he wants to put forth. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. What an excellent 2-punch combo by Julio Cesar Chavez. Carlos Monzon's got to deal with a cut cheek. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Carlos Monzon. Went to the body there, but unable to connect. Good looking right hand after he got hit. Good solid shots with the combo downstairs. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. He got hit right there, but he also, wow! Perfectly executed combination. Monzone's down. He's going to have to beat the counter.
Who's Tango?
One, two.
So he goes down, but able to get up to his feet. Teddy, what should he be thinking about now?
Well, right now, just surviving, but if he survives, then he better figure out why he was put on the floor.
Carlos Monzone's well off the mark that time. Blocks the headshot. Last 10 seconds.
What was this size good for?
End of that round, and the knockdown was scored. Now, Teddy, the fighter who was floored, how do you treat him? Do you go soft on him when he comes back, or do you get right in his face? What's the way to approach it?
You have to know your fighter. You have to know the temperament of your fighter. Some guys, you know, they just kind of crawl up into a ball, and they don't come out of it if you get too strong with them. Other guys, they react.
Monzone stunned, and he is hurt. Tying up again here after being knocked down. What should his opponent be doing to deal with this?
See, that's the right question. We're just looking at the guy grabbing. His opponent is allowing him to grab. You know, it takes two to tango to do that dance. His opponent should be taking a step back, not letting him grab, and keeping his hands moving.
Oh, what a left hand. Zoning in. Big shot there. Once again, he goes down. Can he survive this?
One, two, three, 4, 5.
Hey, you trying a couple more, yo?
Shit, I'm on.
You fucking. You trying to get better?
And it's all over. Chavez has gunned down yet another opponent. A knockout victory.
That's it, better.
By way of knockout, your winner, Julio Cesar Chavez.
Julio Cesar Chavez is able to come up with a shocker here out of nowhere.
Better fighters
Good
in the
evening,
game.
everybody. Glad you've made the decision to be with us. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore, and we're glad to be bringing you action and welcoming you to the Metro Manila Arena here in the Philippines for tonight's main event. 8 rounds among heavyweights between
Get your
Roy
leg. I'm gonna get
Jones
muscle. Yeah, you can do
Jr.
that.
and Bernard Hopkins.
His adversary, hailing out of Philadelphia, the Executioner, Hopkins.
All right, gentlemen. Protect yourselves at all times.
I live in hometown of Philadelphia. I can't disrespect y'all. Go at this nigga now. His home country.
Round
Fuck
number
everybody,
1
yeah.
is now underway. All the talk is done. It is simply time to fight.
Get out of there.
Jones's power has been shown off early on in his fights. Teddy, what effect could his power have early in this fight?
Well, if he catches his opponent, it could be an early night. But if he catches his opponent and his opponent survives it, guess what? It could be a long night, fam.
Come on, come on.
And Roy blocks that punch. Good double jab by Roy Jones. Bernard Hopkins' movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. See, Bernard Hopkins has been having those Philly gym wars for so many years now that it's just second nature to throw your punches in accurate combination form. Scores well to the head with the right hand. There's the old 1-2. Halfway through this round here. Roy Jones Jr. is showing you a little defensive skill there. Able to move away from that punch. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Return to sender with the left hand. And now committing to that midsection as the target with the combination punching. Oh, what a hook upstairs. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Good 1-2 by Roy Jones. Protecting his head well with his guard. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Last 10 seconds of this first round.
Man, that's it, baby. Good job. Good job.
Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. End of the round here. You can see the fans really enjoying themselves. You know, Teddy, I think maybe
we trying to spoil you almost dropped.
Fans are not just passionate.
Just getting low at 12 seconds. You went way back.
They follow the contestants. They do
I thought I had me explode.
And you know what?
It was 12 seconds. He dropped way back. I said,
for those fighters,
so let me check it.
They expect the guy to box in the
Like, I know you boxing, nigga.
Hey, come on, you know, let's get that jab working.
It's round
They
one,
act like
nigga.
coaches
Nigga
sometimes.
testing the waters.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway.
Don't let him get at you.
Bernard Hopkins going old school there. B-hop with your basic 1-2. Jones is just punching air that time. His opponent was able to get out of the way. Punches and bunches, combination up top. Boy, right on target with that double jab. Blocks that punch. And now he scores well with the straight right. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Hopkins is starting to score at ease against his opponent there. Anytime you can land a three-punch combination, you're really hitting your groove. Comes right back with some offense of his own. And now he's targeting upstairs. Able to dismiss it. Good combination with a flush left hook to the body and then that right hand. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. Little head hunting with the left. Little volume punching to the body there. All-out action throughout this round. Let's see how they finish it up. Nice block by Roy Jones. best combination in the game. Jab with the straight. He missed with that headshot. Good right hand by Roy Jones. Took a shot. Now he gives a left. He got caught by that right hand. He never saw it come. Oh, a big shot comes home for him. Roy Jones Jr.'s down by way of a beautiful combination. That was great work.
Yeah, and he helped himself or hurt himself by standing there right in the middle.
So now the question becomes, after that knockdown, and he has gotten up, how does he survive?
Joe, one of the ways he survives is if he's been taught. Have good habits, have good fundamentals been put there. You're going to find out right now, he needs them right now.
Round comes to an end. Knockdown was
Okay,
scored
Philly.
in that round. So, Teddy, you're working the corner of the guy who was just on the floor. What are you telling him?
You're telling him that if he's been down before, you want to actually use that for positive. I know that sounds crazy, but you say, hey, you've been here before, you've overcome it. You want to remind him that he can get back. And then the most important thing, Joe, is you tell him why he got dropped. So when he goes out there, he's not just scared going into a dark place saying, see, it's going to happen again. He knows he has control.
Double up the punches. I want to see combos.
Roy Jones Jr. is in a tough spot here. 60 seconds, that's all you get to gather yourself after being knocked down. Well, his opponent is opening up and coming forward, so I would think there are some opportunities that exist.
Yeah, I think some counterpunching opportunities. Opportunities not on the front end, but on the back end.
Nice job doubling up the jab by Roy Jones.
Back to the body. Keep moving. Keep moving.
A target on his head, and he places the hook right on it. Comes right back at him with a left hand. He's showing what a skilled fighter he is with the counterpunching.
Well, the old timers used to say, when you're calm in there, when you're controlling there, you can make him do what you want. He made him tie his shoelaces right there.
Did you see that? Reacting to tough circumstances, not something that Roy
Run it back,
Jr.
same
has
too.
had to do a lot of in his career. But now that's exactly what he needs
It's like
to
now,
do.
right? You can pick wherever you
More
want.
than
Wherever
once
you.
tonight. Good evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and welcome to the famed New York Arena here in Midtown Manhattan for a much-anticipated main event. Scheduled for 8 rounds of heavyweight action between Roy Jones Jr. and Bernard Hopkins. Roy Jones Jr.'s self-confidence seems to just come through with each step he takes down to the ring. Hopkins is coming down to the ring right now. Not seeing much personality out of this ring walk.
We have the same coat on. Kind of looks like
When you get a fight like this that everybody's been talking about, it's always so interesting to see these opening moments here in round number 1. Well, it's supposed to be fighting, but instead he's hugging.
Use your feet.
I think most people would probably figure if we were to make a checklist of the advantages and disadvantages you want in a fighter, superior hand speed would definitely be a big advantage. But you've trained many a guy who's been up against the guy with better hand speed. What have you told them?
Well, I've told him that that's only one dimension. That's only one thing. Turn that against them. Make it a kind of place where they can't use it.
He digs into the body again. Hopkins is impressing the judges and himself with that right hand.
Come on, kid, focus.
Good work with the combinations there. Bernard Hopkins is now really on target. Jab right hand. Bernard Hopkins going old school there. B-hop with your basic 1-2. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Roy Jones Jr. is hitting the mark right now. How precise was he there with that 3-punch combo? Roy Jones Jr. with a left. Little head knocking with that right hand. Red hot action to open up this fight. Both men throwing, both men landing.
It's been a long time since I've seen something like this. I think it was in a film library. Watchman Hammerin' Hank, the great Henry Armstrong, never took a step backwards, kept going forward.
Combo lands to the head. Solid.
Just because I missed those two and then, oh my God.
Really playing you and that nigga.
Roy Jones Jr. finds himself down, but not necessarily out as he rises to the fight on. Takes a step back, then the counterpunch by Roy Jones.
Very similar to what you see Floyd Mayweather do. You know, make a miss, pull that shoulder back, and then come right back with the counter.
Gotta see those cuts.
And the countdown, the final moments of this round. Good job with another left hand. Off the target by Roy Jones. Bernard Hopkins' knockdown scored in that last round has a certain tone in that corner that every trainer wants. They are bubbling with confidence. They know they can go out and accomplish things again here. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Hopkins is showing you what it takes to be the best in this business. Good, crisp combos. Jones is not skipping a beat. He came out just the way he finished up last round.
Yeah, what I like is that he's a thinking man fighter, and his corner gave him probably good advice. They know that the opponent only had 60 seconds to recover, and they're figuring it wasn't enough time.
Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Well, here he is, Teddy. Roy Jones Jr. coming off of an amateur career that everybody knows about. I don't care if you're a boxing fan or not, because of what happened in the 1988 Olympic Games when he was absolutely robbed of a gold medal.
It actually changed the scoring system, the rules of how they went about the Olympic amateur scoring. They instituted a new program because of that terrible robbery. But you know what? We look at the negative. I'll tell you the positive. That stays with you. Stay with Holyfield when he did not get a chance to get his gold medal in the Olympics, when he was disqualified, where a lot of people thought he should have been disqualified. It has stayed with Jones. It has made him become a top pro. It has been a memory that has burned in his consciousness.
A little something of his own. Blocks a shot, brings back the uppercut. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Good right hand. Hopkins is putting forth that hard work he did in training camp there, landing a crisp combination. Goes up top with the right hand. Took a shot, now he gives a left.
Seeing her coming, couldn't stop it.
Sets up that right hand with the jab. Now this is exactly what I love out of an offensive fighter, Teddy. A guy who's able to put together the multi-punch combinations and make it look like it's just a sweet science. You know from watching his career.
Fucking
there you go.
Oh, man, fire, bro.
And he is floored.
Well, the old timers would say you can hit a guy with two. Why hit him with one?
Damn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yes, sir. One of mine. At least one or two more.
Look at this. Jones is unable to beat the count.
Who
Knockout
starts this
loss
thing?
for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, by knockout.
Yeah, only 2 rounds.
Boxing writers are going to have a field day with this early knockout, Teddy. Praising one guy, and tons of criticism is going to be targeted on this fight. Good evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas welcoming you to London, England. We're at the Royal London Theatre. Our main event should be a good one tonight. 8 rounds of heavyweights between Smoke and Joe Frazier. Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do, as round 1 is underway. Throughout your training career, what did you consistently feel more comfortable with? Training the shorter guy against the taller guy, or the taller guy against the shorter guy?
Well, you can't teach tall. You know what? That's there or not. I love to have those kind of advantages physically. You just have to make sure that you teach them to fight tall.
Side to side.
245 all muscle down.
How about that left hand? Joe Frazier's making for a tough target there. He gets away from that punch. Good 1-2 by Lewis. Able to dismiss that body shot. Good work defensively by Joe Frazier. Plus, he landed that counter punch.
Yeah, and he forced him to punch. He made him, he drew it out of him, and then he timed it beautifully.
So he decides to go downstairs early on, and I think he'll be happy with that decision later on.
Well, it tells you that he's a well-prepared fighter. His corner came in here with a good game plan. They understood what they had in front of him. A guy that's going to move a little bit. Start going downstairs, taking the air out of the tires, and later on, he'll be in front of you.
Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand. How much of what Lewis does well is the fact that he has a great identity of himself as a fighter?
Well, that's all of it. Because, you know, we've talked about his body. We've talked about all those things, the physical power. You have to know how to use it and what way you're going to go about that. He has discovered that.
Landing a 2-punch combo by Joe Frazier. Lennox Lewis's right hand scores well that time. Right to the body. More than one punch downstairs. That can be damaging. Round comes to an end here. An enjoyable night sitting ringside. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. A lot better than our day we spent at the horse track the other day, where we couldn't get any winners, at least I couldn't. But we were talking about the fact that so many parallels to be made between boxing and life boxing and all these other sports we enjoy, like horse racing, of being well-conditioned and working your way up to this one singular moment.
Yeah, well, the trainer obviously has to get the athlete. In this case, the athlete happens to be over 1,000 pounds, and that's a horse. You know, at peak condition, he has to look at a calendar just like a trainer does with a fighter, know when the race is, know when the fight is, and not get used up out on the track, or used up, of course, in the gym.
Lennox able to block that punch. Lennox Lewis is doing what every trainer wants to see their fighter do. Land punches in bunches. The combination lands. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Joe Frazier. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. How about that hook by Lewis? Frazier showing you that sublime skill right now with that two-punch combo. Nice work, the left hand to the head. Good flush shot upstairs. Able to cover up that gut. Frazier's landed a good, solid combination. This is just beautiful to watch. Watch how he just links one to the next, Teddy. A beautiful sequence, almost like musical notes being played.
Well, exactly. It's a nice tune because it just follows. One, as you said, follows the other. Nice and smooth.
Lewis is the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target, get the combination working, land both punches. Teddy, if you're training a fighter to get ready for Joe Frazier, you're scouting Frazier, where do you see a window of opportunity?
Well, on the outside, not on the inside. He's a monster on the inside. But on the outside, you throw a punch, you might miss, he'll go under it, but he'll come right up in the middle. Look to nail him with the second punch when he comes up in the middle.
Double up your jabs.
Oh, you see him with the left to the head there? Good shot to the head with that right hand. Look at that combination by Lewis. Lewis is stunned and staggered. Teddy, I think he's going to go down. I think he's going to get him down after getting big shot he just scored with. Hey, remember Lennox Lewis down in South Africa against Asim Rahman? Visions of that right now as the power punch landed. So the knockdown scored against Lennox Lewis, and we'll see what comes of it now. Final 10 seconds of round number 2. Frazier's combination punching is working well here. So he scores a knockdown in the last round. Now he gets to settle down and gather himself from there. Do you go after it? Do you get super aggressive here having had your man hurt? Or do you still have to employ a certain amount of caution?
It's kind of like being at the carnival. You know, you just hit the bullseye and you got that big stuffed animal you can give to your wife or your girlfriend. But now he doesn't want you to go away with that.
Oh, no.
No. He tells you, wait a minute, try again. You could trade that in for something even bigger. But you might lose the one you have already. That's the question.
Lewis has reached that fork in the road now. You get a moment to breathe, a moment to try to clear your head after being knocked down, and it's up to your mind, your body, your disposition as to how do you react and go forward. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Oh, a nice two-punch combo by Joe Frazier. Able to show you his blocking ability. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Joe Frazier. Boy, unable to get away from those punches. Lewis is scoring with that right hand. That's a forceful two-punch combo by Lewis. Big shot comes crashing home. Oh, he doesn't look good. He just went down, and not the way he wanted it to go.
No, he's standing on the outside, Joe. He shouldn't be standing there. The old-timers would say, take a walk around the block.
Frazier's trainer is thrilled with this. He gets up off the canvas. Now he wants to see how he'll react. Good, clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Joe Frazier. Huge uppercut from Smokin' Joe. Nice work with the combination by Joe Frazier. Big shot. Can Smokin' Joe rise up and continue on?
1, 2, 3, 4.
So Frazier gets up, but Teddy, you can tell that he has been damaged.
Yeah, the key here is not to incur more damage. Get in close, tie up your opponent.
This nigga tired. We don't fuck around.
Ace yourself.
Do you see any way in which he can take his opponent's aggression and turn it against him?
Yeah, the perfect way. I mean, boxing 101, counterpunching. You got a guy coming at you, no better way than to change his mind. Make him miss, make him pay.
Nice strike after catching one by Lewis. Boy, sharp two-punch combination by Joe Frazier.
Come on, kid. Pace yourself.
A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Nice 1-2 by Lewis. Last 10 seconds of round number 3. And that's the end of round 3.
Lean to the side. Move. Count.
Nice work, kid. Good job in that round.
Yo. Yo. Jones.
Round number 4 underway. A chance to look at Teddy's scorecard. Joe Frazier's up 2-1. Teddy hasn't necessarily distinguished himself in any one area other than he's been a little more active.
Yeah, he has been more active. The only thing that I worry about as a trainer, I would be concerned he has to work harder than the other guy to get things done. Does that hurt him down the road?
Niggas back.
That is boxing 101. A nice, crisp combination.
Oh yeah, my phone died.
Oh, that's good stuff. Fire.
And it turned back on, and I knocked you out, and I was like, hold on, let me get out this. Let me not join this.
Trying to get back to where he was here in this round. He was knocked down.
Took Joe out, and I was like,
Teddy, when you're the opponent,
who is this fucking 245 nigga?
There it is.
Yes.
He goes down thanks to that non-stop attack.
Got that
Like he was
one. Got that.
a blender of punches. Tessitore alongside Teddy.
That nigga Chavez
to
was
Chicago and the famed Aragon Ballroom for tonight's main event. 8 rounds in the middleweight division. Great atmosphere here tonight. You talk to everybody ringside, and they expect this one to be a barn burner.
And he's opponent across the ring from Oregon,
Which is still for 0-0. Oh, damn, you got a lot for me.
All right, fellas, let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up and let's go.
We used to get bored and have to run up a lot. I feel like down, I'm letting me run.
Well, they've been waiting for this moment, and now they get it. Round 1 underway. Teddy, what are your expectations? What do you think we're going to see out of Sugar Ray tonight?
Well, you're going to see what you always see to a certain extent, blinding ability, just great talent. You know, he has power, he has speed, you know, and a lot of times when you see that, you think about the head. You know, a lot of those guys that are real speed merchants, like Sugar Ray Leonard, they go right upstairs to that top.
I want him on the toe of the
he pays attention to the body. Don't be surprised if you see some body work.
Chavez has got to do something. This is ridiculous. He's not doing anything.
What he's doing, I think, is hoping the referee's going to come in and do something for him, get him out of there. That might be what's going on.
Lands flush with the 2-punch combo by Sugar Ray Leonard. Leonard's advantage is in the speed category. He's a mover. He's an elusive target.
Well, his opponent has one advantage. One thing that can take that speed away, that is timing. You better understand that.
A striking combination by Sugar Ray Leonard.
Keep moving.
Not getting it done with that straight right hand. Halfway through round number 1. Trying to erode away that body with the combination punching. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Sugar Ray Leonard. That was nice. He just drew the punch from his opponent, and then a good counter by Sugar Ray Leonard.
Yeah, like running through the rain without getting wet. Beautiful.
Phenomenal pace being set here. They are burning it up early on.
Let's find out who's in better shape. We're going to see.
Not precise at all by Sugar Ray Leonard. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. How about that exchange? How about a return to sender with the left hand? 10 clicks of the tongue. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Sugar Ray Leonard. Round comes to an end here. And Teddy, I know you've had a very busy week. You've been training some pro football players this week. There are many parallels to be made between the pro fight game and the pro football.
Yeah, there are, you know, physical ones and emotional and mental ones. I mean, the physical ones are when I work with some of these behemoths, you know, like offensive linemen. They have to punch out, you know, with their arms. They have to make sure that they get those hands out now. If they raise their elbows, just like a fighter raising his elbow before he throws a jab, they lose the power. So you got to teach them to keep those elbows in, punch out without any telegraph, without any loss of power. And also, get those hands out at the right distance. If they're a little late, the big guy gets in on them. And now he can control him. And, of course, the mental aspects of it, where they get into those dark rooms we talk about every once in a while, where they have to remember that they have control. They can make the choice. You know, you get in those dark rooms, you start to think that you lose control of the choice, that your opponent's making a choice for you. No, that's not the truth.
Comes right back at him with a left hand. Leonard's got something to think about now. He just threw a punch and had one coming right back at him. His opponent scored well with the counter. Leonard's cheek is cut. You can see it's opening up now. Boy, that could be a factor later on. Good job on the two-punch combo by Sugar Ray Leonard. Leonard's almost looking foolish that time he missed so badly. Good job staying away from the danger there. Look at that. He goes down thanks to a swarming attack. He got caught up in a mixer blade there.
1, 2.
Leonard's up from the knockdown, but what we really want to look for is how he reacts in the coming moments of this fight. Hits him in the mug with the right. Great work offensively, landing that combination by Sugar Ray Leonard. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Leonard so dangerous with that accuracy, a two-punch combination landing. Good combination punching out of him here.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like a musical, except right now I don't think his opponent likes the tone of it.
In 1993, he took on Greg Haugen in Mexico City. There were over 130,000 of his native countrymen that showed up to see Chavez that night. Now, prior to that fight, he had an 82-fight unbeaten streak, and Haugen was mocking it, saying Tijuana taxi drivers that my mother could have knocked out make up that winning streak.
Yeah, I mean, it's normal. First of all, even if you have a good amateur background, you get soft touches early on. But when you had no amateur background, practically what you're talking about with Chavez, you have to be careful early on.
By the way, that night, TKO'd him in 5.
Look, like Haugen said, yeah, they were Tijuana cab drivers, but they were tough Tijuana cab drivers.
Well off the mark by Julio Cesar Chavez. There you go. Leonard's landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best. Just 10 seconds to go here in the second round.
Hey, ref, call it.
And that's the end of round 2. Leonard, well, he's back in the corner, which is critical.
He's over here cheating.
Bleeding on that cut, but it's
That's
also
crazy, bro. I ain't never know nigga hit after the whistle, bro.
Yeah, they have to make sure that they buy some time here and start moving their head, using their legs, tying up a little bit, doing anything to kill the clock and not get caught on that cut anymore.
Relax, relax. You can do this. You know you got this.
Any more of these?
Bacon.
So this round is underway, and what a difference a break makes for him. Look at how fresh he is to start this round after getting hit hard and rocked in that last round.
What a difference a rest makes when the corner knows how to take advantage of that rest. They got water on him, they revived him, they massaged his legs a little bit, gave him some encouragement, good to go.
Well-targeted combination by Julio Cesar Chavez. Chavez's punch is far off the target. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Teddy, what would you recommend based on what we're seeing?
Oh, my controller died.
2 aspirin and then go. Oh, no, actually, I would say a little counter-punching would be just what the doctor ordered.
That's a better prescription for him.
Just like that.
Here's the old 1-2 coming after him. Now his opponent, he falls victim to that big hook. Oh! He was able to get up and continue on last time. Now he goes down again.
Damn, he fucked me up with Chavez.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, Ray does not look good. He's getting up to beat the count, but he looks like he's in a bad place right now.
But with his experience, he knows he can't use his legs. He knows they're gone. So what I expect from him...
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Sugar Ray Leonard's down.
If we stay in the ring, here we're gonna give up again.
Could soon be over.
1, 2,
Shit.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That's it. It's over. Fight is over. Chavez's opponent is floored. A knockout victory. Boy, was that impressive.
I threw 307. That third round was 28-45. Damn.
And just like that,
Julio
Cesar Chavez is good evening. I'm Joe.
Even when you get seemingly into trouble with this dude, you figure you just get right with it. Hold on, my controller just connected.
For tonight's main
And I
event.
walked through it again.
Scheduled for 8 rounds of middleweight action. Great atmosphere here tonight. You talk to everybody ringside, and they expect this one to be a barn burner. Oscar De La Hoya's making his way to the ring now, and he looks very focused for this fight. Julio Julio Cesar Chavez. His ring walk is very interesting here. This isn't over-the-top emotion. This isn't a guy with an intense glaring stare. Just a guy going to do his job.
Introducing first, in the blue corner, hailing out of Montebello, Oscar the Golden Boy de la Hoya. His adversary from Obregon.
Oh, it hasn't started yet. I thought it started on it.
Chavez.
Remember, guys, obey my commands at all times. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up.
And they are underway. Round number 1 of
One second.
anticipated scheduled 8-round bout.
What should we see out of the Golden Boy tonight, Teddy?
Well, I think his greatest strength is his body, his size. I mean, he's tall, he's rangy, he has a real good left jab. You know, use those assets. Stand on the outside, let everything start with the jab.
Threw the straight right hand, but didn't score with it. Very accurate two-punch combo by Julio Cesar Chavez.
What do you think the Mexican legend is thinking, knowing he's facing a guy who can bang?
I think he's thinking that I know that my whiskers are really solid, and he knows that that's all the other guy has. Chavez has other things. He's going to make him miss that big bomb, and he's going to start to take him apart.
What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Chavez. Good defense, just covering up down low. He comes back with the left hand again. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Oscar De La Hoya. Jab and a straight by the Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Chavez. So many times you hear of an early round where they're just feeling each other out. No way. Not these guys. Straight to action.
Well, if they can keep this up, they're both going to have headaches, but we're going to have a special one on our hands.
Yo, Jones.
There's the combo.
Oh, give me 5 seconds.
You know, boxing is a global sport. I think sometimes in North America, we lose touch of that. But boxing is such a global sport, and every little region of the country defines its fighters differently, and the fighters are defined by where they come from.
Yeah, it really is. You know, sometimes if a fighter is from maybe a place where there's not many resources, then you're going to get a fighter who's a little cruder, and he's going to have to be more physical because, you know, he doesn't have the apparatuses in the gym where, you know, he can hit a double end ball or, you know, he can be inclined to be a little bit more technical. And I think that you're influenced by those kind of things, by the lacking of certain benefits in somebody's background or preparation.
That is exactly what the corner wanted to see. A good combination punch by Julio Cesar Chavez.
Keep your hands, all right? Yeah, keep your hands up. Nice and relaxed.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. De La Hoya's defense. Is it ever good? Look at how easy he's able to block those punches. And now the right hand lands because of the work done by the jab. Getting rid of that punch from his opponent. Well blocked by Oscar De La Hoya.
Get after him.
And now he brings the left hand upstairs. Really good work right there, landing the 2 punches in sequence by the Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya. Chavez has got to deal with a cut on his cheek right now. The good news is it's below the eye, but still, it could get nasty as the fight progresses. De La Hoya is doing well here with that two-punch combination. Chavez's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. And now he's acting like a fighter. Coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. Got to be accurate to send the combination to the body, and he does that. Oscar De La Hoya has been having great success with these combinations, Teddy.
Well, there's a reason for it. He's using his jab to start it, and then he's letting the punches go, letting the hands follow.
Good smooth work by the golden boy, Oscar De La Hoya. That's classic counterpunching.
Yeah, what he did was he pulled that right shoulder back. You know, he just pulled it back, gave him the left shoulder, and then gave him the right hand.
Oscar De La Hoya with a big right hand. Chavez is not just loading up. He's landing combination punches like he did right there. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Nice strike after catching one by Oscar De La Hoya. Non-stop energy from both guys in this round. The final minute is here. Big left hand from De La Hoya. De La Hoya's got a way of just getting away from that punch. Well-placed, well-timed combo up top.
Cover up! Cover up!
Needs to improve that accuracy, missed with the headshot. Well-targeted two-punch combo by the golden boy, Oscar De La Hoya. Just not there, straight right hand off the mark. De La Hoya is putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination. And that's the end of round two. Chavez's cut man is going to earn his pay for sure. That is a bad gash.
And I'm wondering what he's using in there. You know, you can only use certain things, Avatine, adrenaline, and thrombin. I'm wondering if he's using legal things right now, because that's the kind of cut that tempts you to use crazy glue.
De La Hoya's at his best when the combinations are landing. He scored well there with that combo. He just gave his opponent a really good taste of how fast his hand speed is.
Yeah, you know, a lot of times we talk about power, and we see that power, you know, can damage a guy right away, obviously, and it can intimidate an opponent. But hand speed can do the same thing, and I think it's intimidating right now to his opponent. He's afraid to let that jab go because he might get countered with one of those lightning right hands.
A good, clean, old 1-2 by Julio Cesar Chavez.
Come on, kid.
He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Super two-punch combo by Oscar De La Hoya. Targeting that midsection now with the combo. Oh, that's good stuff. And yet another big shot comes in. And he goes down. It was a magnificent combination that put him down.
Now he has to get up.
One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And it's over. This fight is over. Chavez's power just much too much for his opponent. Another knockout for him.
Your winner, Julio Cesar Chavez.
Well, he only went down once.
I'm like, Nas.
Teddy Atlas, good evening and welcome to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada for our main event. 8 rounds in the middleweight division. Great atmosphere here tonight. You talk to everybody ringside and they expect this one to be a barn burner. Tommy Hearns is making his way to the ring right now, and you can just see in his eyes what his intentions are tonight. Julio Cesar Chavez is showing no concern for what's about to happen. This is a guy that is just relaxed and calm as could be for the task at hand as he makes his way down to the ring.
Over here smoking, listening to your music type shit.
In the blue corner, coming out of Memphis, Thomas the Hitman Hearns. And his opponent across the ring, from Obregon, Julio Cesar Chavez.
Hey, how's it been this week? Because you say you've been going back, right? How's it been?
All right, fellas, let's have a good, clean fight. Touch
You
him up
feel
and
your
let's go.
conditioning coming back like day by day?
Round number 1 is now underway. All the talk is done. It is simply time to fight. Blocks that belt line well. Tommy Hearns' pre-fight talk included a lot of discussion about the need to utilize the jab. Why so?
Well, first of all, he's a good fundamental fighter, and he's not a real physical fighter. So he understands where he has to be good. He knows he doesn't have, great physical skills where he could just knock a house over. He knows he has to be good in this area, using that lead hand, the jab.
Good way to protect the midsection. Well, we've seen this matchup before, Tommy Hearns versus a power puncher.
Yeah, and the one thing that Tommy doesn't want to do is allow his opponent into a place where he can use that TNT a little bit. You worry about Tommy's chin, but Tommy is better in so many other areas. He's faster, he's taller, he's able to punch on both sides. So look for him to stay where he can use his power better than his opponent can use his.
That right hand is becoming a crutch. He can just lean on it now. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well.
Keep looking at the jabs.
Will you look at this? Look at this pace that these two are fighting at so early in the fight. Teddy, each man must have been determined to think they can get the other one out of here early.
Yeah, I want to see who blinks first, though. That's what's interesting to me. Who changes? They can't both keep this up.
Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Chavez. Good combination by Julio Cesar Chavez. Trying to go downstairs, but off target. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Chavez. Chavez is putting forth that hard work he did in training camp there, landing a crisp combination. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Chavez. Unable to score with the hook. Accurate shot. Straight right hand comes in. Tommy Hearns is showing you that sublime skill right now with that two-punch combo. Ten seconds to go in this round. Hearns is the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target.
How the fuck that hand even touched me?
Combination working, land both punches.
And
we come to the end of round number 1. Chavez's defense is going to need to shine when he gets back out there. I mean, just look at the close-up of that cut we're seeing.
Yeah, he's got to use his legs. You're right, Joe. He's got to get out there and buy some time for those medicines to work.
you're losing this fight. I need you to take some chances now. You have to take a chance with this guy, all right?
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Chavez is giving us something to think about early on in this fight here, but his opponent has even more to think about. He has established the jab already.
Yes, he has established the jab, and now his opponent has to think about moving his head so he can get past it.
A crushing 2-punch combo by Julio Cesar Chavez. Right to the head with that right. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. What an excellent 2-punch combo by Julio Cesar Chavez. That worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. Unable to land clean by Tommy Hearns. Tommy Hearns is putting forth a great combination there. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Chavez. Teddy, you talked about Tommy Hearns' explosive ability. He opened a lot of eyes with his early career knockouts. He was the kind of guy that you were almost scared for his opponent when he fought.
Yeah, and you know, you almost worried that he needed a meal too, because you looked at him, he was so thin, he was unassuming. You know, you knew the record, but when you saw him, maybe if you hadn't seen him before, you thought you were going to see this Hercules guy, this guy with muscles popping all over. But you saw a tall, skinny guy, and he gets leverage. And boy, oh boy, does he get results. He puts guys out.
Double jab upstairs. Tommy Hearns' ability to just get to his opponent before his opponent gets to him, showcase there, his hand speed is very good.
Yeah, it is, Joe. You know, it speaks to one of those old sayings that the trainers used to say, just get off first. That's what he's doing right now. He's getting off first.
Look at that combination by Tommy Hearns. Chavez is coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. One of the fastest punches in the game. You see how he just turns over that hook? He took a shot, but he came back. How about that left right there? Solid. He goes down in the later stages of this round. He's going to try to survive.
Yeah, I'm there sleeping shit. What's your bitch ass?
So Tommy Hearns beats the count, back up to his feet. Now what do you expect out of him?
Oh, we're going to find out. The most important thing is, what does he expect out of himself? Not what we expect out of him. Is he prepared? Has he been prepared to behave the right way when this moment came?
Come to the end of the round. Always interesting to see how things will play out in our fights. Teddy, it's always great anticipation when we come sit ringside and the build-up of what's going to happen.
Yeah, it is. And it's always great having a little electricity in the crowd. You know, it helps. I know it helps me with the broadcast to know that you have these passionate fans that are around.
I don't want you to slug it out with this guy.
Fucking my nigga up.
If you're ready, jab, jab, right.
Hearns is heading out there for this round, hoping that his legs are under him the way they need to be. He was dropped the last round.
Well, he's going to find out.
Don't fucking matter.
You just said hoping. Well, he can't hope his legs are under him. He's got to find that out, because if he goes out there and tries to use them and they're not, he's going to fall all over the place, and the referee's going to stop it. His opponent's going to jump on him. So while the referee's counting, what he's got to do is test him out a little bit. So now you know how to go about surviving the round. Do you just stay on the ropes and move your head, or do you use your bicycle?
A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Well, I don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counterpuncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
A very crisp combination by Julio Cesar Chavez. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. A little 1-2, jab, followed by the cross. A little head hunting with the right.
Finish with the hook. Move your head.
And banging away he goes. And for the second time tonight, he goes down.
Hey, man. Hey, man. Say, man.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Run another one, man. Run another one, man. I gotta get this man Chavez, man. At least I'm gonna get it close.
Good evening, everybody. Glad you've made the decision to be with us. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore, and we're glad to be
Why Floyd not in here? Because they ain't want to pay him enough?
a sold-out Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey, for our main event of the evening.
You heard me?
8 rounds of middleweight
Why Floyd
action.
Mayweather not in
This
here?
should be a really good matchup here tonight. All that energy that we saw, it almost boiled over at the weigh-in yesterday. Now it gets to explode here in the ring. Manny
When he was asking for too much money, I'm gonna look it up.
down to the ring. And he does so with a confidence where he knows he put all the hard work in.
Is Floyd in any of the fight
explode
nights?
inside those ropes.
He in a new one?
Julio Cesar Chavez is not throwing any fuel onto the fire for his opponent.
Fight night round 2
He's
is
just
trash.
making his way down to the ring in a way in which he's checking that time card, ready to punch in
misremembering?
and get to work.
It's like, what you want is worth getting? I will get it to play you on that shit.
Introducing first.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a free joint.
General Santos City. Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, that shit old as fuck.
From Oregon.
Never mind.
Julio Cesar Chavez.
All right, gentlemen. Protect yourselves at all times. Let's touch them up.
When you get a fight like this that everybody's been talking about, it's always so interesting to see these opening moments here in round number 1. Accurate jab brings the right hand. Teddy, your expectations for Manny Pacquiao tonight?
Well, what I always expect, first of all, that he's going to be aggressive. He's going to be friendly to the eye. A guy that you want to watch. And a guy who's going to try to get to you early on.
Good block by Julio Cesar Chavez. Lands flush with the combination upstairs. Facing a lefty here tonight is Chavez, Teddy.
Yeah, he is. Expect right hands because that is the punch that works with southpaws.
Scores up top with a left. Good-looking two-punch combo by Manny Pacquiao. Parries that punch away. Pacquiao's combination punching is working well here. Nowhere close that punch by Manny Pacquiao. Targets his opponent after blocking a shot. The way these two are going at it early on, they're going to break the punch stat computer.
Well, they're trying to break more than that. They're trying to break each other's will.
He digs in, trying to bank away body shots with the combo. Excellent 1-2 by Julio Cesar Chavez. Took a go of it to the body, but came up empty. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Chavez is feeling the sting of that big uppercut. Oh, good exchange there. Good combination to the body. Chavez's right hand working well that time. He scored well. Final 10 seconds. Targeting that head with the combination punching. This round comes to an end here. Joe Tessitore sitting ringside as always with Teddy Atlas. Love coming to this fight venue. We always have a great time when we come to town, with the exception of having to pay the bill for our entire crew on the night before when they take us out to a steak dinner.
Yeah, you know, they remind me of fighters a little bit. You know, the fighters that we see that have every once in a while, very short arms. You know,
they do.
These guys,
they don't have the reach.
No,
they can't reach for the wallet.
No, they don't. And I tell you, they would be great on the inside. Really great. I wish I could put them on the inside in the kitchen where I didn't have to take care of them at the table, but great guys.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. Oh, a nice 2-punch combo by Julio Cesar Chavez. What power from that left hand of Pacquiao.
Yeah, good work.
There's the combo to the body. Would you rather have a fighter who's feared or a fighter who's fearless?
I feel like I'm talking to Sonny from the Bronze Tale, but I think that I would rather have a guy that has fear, because he's going to be smart all the time. He's going to be a guy that's going to be aware of things that you need to be aware of. If he's so-called fearless, he's going to walk into all kinds of things that are not going to allow him to be a fighter.
Not the most accurate uppercut you'll see. Halfway through round number 2. Scores with the combo to the head. How about a return to sender with the left hand? He needs to improve the accuracy a little bit. That was comical by Manny Pacquiao. Chavez's combination punching here is showing. What a big shot. Perfectly executed combination. Manny Pacquiao's down. He's going to have to beat the count.
Nigga turn into the Undertaker. This nigga got resurrected. I only seen it a couple times, bro.
1, 2.
Where them illegal gloves at, man? Where them juice gloves at, Pacquiao?
You can see it in Pacquiao's eyes. He's unaffected by that knockdown. He wants more of this fight. Chavez blocks that punch.
Keep that head moving.
Well off the mark by Manny Pacquiao.
Watch that. Let's go, hit him.
Pacquiao's so dangerous with that accuracy, a two-punch combination landing. Just 10 seconds to go in this round. Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort.
Just keep going.
Fuck it.
Pacquiao's got to hope that these 60 seconds are going to pay off for him here. Went down hard in that last round. He's got to gather himself because you know his opponent's going to come right after him when that bell rings. Pacquiao with a good block there. Well, something's got to stick. He sends the combination to the body. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Manny Pacquiao.
Side to side.
He's committed to going to the gut. Teddy, there are opportunities that are here for him, aren't there?
Yeah, counterpunch opportunities because he's got an opponent who's walking in a little bit. Now he has a chance to start to chuck something back at him a little.
They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. Manny Pacquiao's putting forth a little boom, 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 a three-punch combination scoring. Look at that. The hook came home with ease. Wow! Pacquiao's on the receiving end of a combination that floors him.
You got one more in here?
One, two,
Huh?
3, 4,
And Pacquiao?
6, 7, 8,
Is it gonna be Pacquiao again?
10.
Alright, bro, bet. Let me remove this. I gotta move this AC. Give me like 3-4 minutes. I gotta move this AC unit real quick. Alright, shorty.
Celebrating. His opponent unable to beat the count. I never saw that coming. An early knockout victory. That's a stunner, Teddy.
So as I look at it, maybe not.
Good evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and welcome to Boardwalk Hall and the famed Atlantic City Boardwalk in southern New Jersey for a much-anticipated main event. Scheduled for 8 rounds of middleweight action between Sugar Ray Leonard and Julio Cesar Chavez. Leonard's on his way to the ring. Boy, he looks confident. We've seen it many times with him through the years, but tonight he's bubbling with confidence. Julio Cesar Chavez is giving us one. Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do, as round one is underway. Come right back at him with a left hand. That's a forceful two-punch combo by Sugar Ray Leonard. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. In his case, so the early action here in this fight should reveal an edge. Chavez has got speed. He can move.
Well, they say speed kills. He better just be careful he doesn't have an accident. He doesn't get reckless with that speed.
Blocks away that headshot. Chavez is landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best. Not able to land the headshot. Parries that punch intended for the head. Well timed by Sugar Ray Leonard. He took a step back, landed the counter punch.
Exactly what he wanted to do.
Good solid 1-2 by Julio Cesar Chavez.
Protect yourself.
Nice strike after catching one by Sugar Ray Leonard. They're not exactly getting to know each other. They're just beating the hell out of each other early on here.
Yeah, so if this keeps up, they're both going to have headaches, and we're going to have one of the great fights to talk about.
Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Chavez. He gets off with a combination up top. He has found his groove with this right hand.
Back to the body.
He just missed that shot up top. Good combination to the head. Solid counter punch by Julio Cesar Chavez. Chavez is doing well here with that two-punch combination. Good block. End of the round here as we're ringside at our fight night venue. Of course, we're on the road with you every step of the way with a fight. We gotta give credit to the crew there. Robbie and Rick back in the production truck doing a nice job, all cramped up in a tractor trailer.
Yeah, they do a great job. They allow us to go on the air and allow us to do the fun part while they're doing the grunt work. They're doing all the difficult things back there. Of course, Mike, Brian, all those guys. We appreciate you very much, and we're not taking you out to dinner tonight.
Here we go. Round two is underway. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. There he goes with the right hand again. Chavez's cut is on the cheek, and you can see that it's bothering him a bit right now. That's something we'll keep our eye on. Sugar Ray showing defense, able to block that punch. Resourceful 1-2 combo by Sugar Ray Leonard. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Chavez is showcasing one of the best weapons you can have, especially early on in a fight, to set the tone, and that is the jab.
Yeah, and he's shown that it does more than just set up other punches and, just, snap your head back. It disrupts everything. It just throws the other guy's rhythm off, and that's what he's doing a good job of.
Leonard's punch didn't come close. Good solid shots with the combo downstairs. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Boy, sharp two-punch combo. Big shot there. Leonard's defense didn't stand up to it. That combination
They just let anything happen, bro. I'm convinced. They just let anything happen.
1, 2.
He went down from a big shot. Now he's got to have some big guts to move along.
You're going to find out exactly what he's made of.
Halfway through this round. Jab and a straight right by Julio Cesar Chavez.
Teddy, I know you've said that Chavez has a tendency to come in that front door. Can that also be a weakness of his?
Well, he's always coming after you, so you know that he's not trying to set you up with counters and set up those kind of traps so much, so you know where he's going to be, what his mindset's going to be, and also he needs to be set to punch. Go around him a little bit.
Oh, a big shot comes home for him. And once again, he goes down. The question is, can he rise up again? Good evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas welcoming you to the New York Arena in Midtown Manhattan for tonight's main event. 8 rounds, middleweights going at it between Marvelous Marvin Hagler and Julio Cesar Chavez. Marvin Hagler is making that final walk that separates man and warrior, soon to be in battle there in the ring. Julio Cesar Chavez is coming to the ring right now. We know what he offers up once he's inside the ropes, but not much intensity here in this ring walk.
Introducing first, in the blue corner, by way of Newark, Marvelous Marvin Hagler. His adversary, from Oregon, Julio Cesar Chavez.
Okay, guys, we went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's touch gloves.
Well, they've been waiting for this moment, and now they get it. Round one underway. That is Boxing 101. A nice, crisp combination by Marvin Hagler. No, he missed that right. A pure power puncher going up against the marvelous one. Heck of a matchup.
Heck of a matchup for us to talk about, but a tough situation for the power puncher if that's all he has. Because Hagler has power, but he has defense. He has everything else. It's not that easy to land the bomb on Marvin Hagler.
Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Chavez. Good looking uppercut that time. Hagler's putting his punches together now. That's a
Mexican left hook is crazy.
Thought he had his target, but way off to the side with the uppercut.
Good job.
I like that step back right there. Just enough to be out of danger, but still close enough to then land the counterpunch.
Well, that's what happens when you have that kind of experience. You're calm enough to know that range. Know where the beginning of the punch and the end of the punch is.
Rock'em, sock'em robots right from the start here, Teddy.
No defense, just pure offense.
Keep working the jab. Good.
Excellent 1-2 by Julio Cesar Chavez. Teddy, most ringside experts feel that this is very much going to be a tactical fight.
Yeah, both these guys throw punches like they're paying for them. And guess what? They're both cheapskates.
He returns the favor with a right hand of his own. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Lands flush with the two-punch combo by Julio Cesar Chavez.
Oh, you got this one.
Use your feet. There you go.
You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Hagler's gonna think about the next time he throws a punch because he just got hit by a good solid counter.
Punching is working well here.
We come to the end of this round. Teddy, a round in which maybe a lot of trainers don't like to see because it was a very busy round for both guys.
Well, it depends what kind of style, what kind of strength your fighter has, or even what kind of weaknesses. If I had a guy who likes to box, who likes to counterpunch, I want a guy coming at him. Not with a lot of TNT in his gloves, but coming forward where my guy is well suited. He can pick him off a little bit.
Relax.
Here we go. Round two is underway. Doubles up the jab. That is a big right hand after eating one himself. The tactical game paying off. You can see the counter punch.
Yeah, you see the counter punch, but you know what I see? I see a little tentativeness now in him because he's afraid to let anything go because when he misses, bang, he gets caught.
Unable to connect by Marvin Hagler.
It's working.
Hagler's three-punch combination there is going to impress the judges. Now, this is exactly what I love out of an offensive fighter, Teddy. A guy who's able to put together the multi-punch combinations and make it look like it's just a sweet science.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you can do when you have good fundamentals. Not just good physical ability. That's only part of the equation. But just good technical ability. And that's what he's doing. He's snapping his punches. They're nice and clean. They're crisp. They're short. Put it together.
Good job on the two-punch combo by Marvin Hagler. Digs in with a good solid uppercut after taking one. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Chavez is putting forth that hard work he did in training camp there, landing a crisp combination. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Chavez. Did you see that? He goes up top and gets to him, hammering the head.
1, 2.
Hagler's corner needs to really get to their man after this round. They need to treat him after that knockdown. They also need to give him some sound advice. What's the advice you give him?
Well, first of all, if they're going to get the chance to get to him, he better move his head. But the advice I would give him is, hey, you go out this next round and you kill some time. Tie him up a little bit right from the beginning. Don't worry about losing the early part of the fight or the early part of the round. Just get yourself back together.
Good work. Solid. What a hook to the body. And he is down and in bad shape.
Come on. Get to your feet.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Get up.
I give him a lot of credit for even getting up from that knockdown, but he still has to impress and move forward here.
Yeah, I applaud him. I give him credit, but I also recognize that he's in good shape. That's one of the reasons he got up.
Make the referee come in between you and break.
Good block by Julio Cesar Chavez. 10 seconds remaining in this round. And we come to the end of round number 2. Hagler's corner has to keep him calm. That's the kind of cut that can send a fighter into fits.
Yeah, and a corner man into using crazy.
I don't know what the hell that was.
Adrenaline. I mean, that is a scary cut, as you just said.
Chavez is fully committed to utilizing the jab, and I think it's working out well for him early on.
Well, it is. It's kind of like, you know, sending static out there. You want to scramble somebody's radio signal. You know, that's what the jab does. It scrambles your radio signal, or at least in boxing terms, it throws the other guy's rhythm off.
They're sending more than one at him now, the combo to the head. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Oh, and there you go. That was a big shot that floored him, and it's a big shot that may end him right here.
That looked like the great pitcher, Great Maddox. His sinker ball. Boy, it went down quick.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It's over. The fight is over. Marvin Hagler's unable to continue. This fight is over.
Yeah.
By way of knockout, Teddy, there's a lot of explaining to do here, but help me with this. Was this early knockout on a